All right, guys. First day back on the water. It's been a few days, man. Haven't been filming as much. Guys have been busy at work, but hopefully all that'll change pretty soon, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get a more flexible schedule, whether that means doing something else or getting back on here full time, guys. But either way, we're gonna try to get a little bit of footage today. Hopefully we can get you guys a good video. You guys stay tuned. All right, guys. Got everything set up. As you guys can see, got a little swim jig going on. Water's up a little bit. We had a little bit of rain. Nothing too major, but it's kind of stained the water up a little bit. Got a little bit of garbage on the water, as you can see. I call that little floaters. Oh no, man, it's always good to get on the water. There we go. I'm gonna start off hitting the wood, guys. That's my deal. No bass like to get, oh my gosh, I wish he would have hit. I know y'all seen that. That wake was nasty. Let's see if he went up under this wood. A lot of times they'll retreat under one of these logs or something. Man, that was sick. Gosh, I'm gonna go right here between this fork of this tree. Okay. We gotta get him, guys. That was nice. Right back over here. Little underwater laydowns. Oh my goodness. Wish we would have caught that one. We'll come back to him. See what we can get going. Been here about 5 minutes, guys. I'm just getting everything set up. Just kind of getting back used to doing that first person footage. Water's real flat, as y'all can see, man. But like I told y'all before, I'm always gonna run something like a swim jig for that search bait. Not doing a whole lot of shaking my swim jig. With it being super calm like this, I don't like to put a lot of action to it, just enough to get it going. Sometimes I'll just straight retrieve it, kind of swim it real slow. Oh no, we hit a log, we broke off. All right, guys, we're gonna tie right back on. Still working around this wood right here. Come on, fish. Kind of went back to that first one that I scared off that log. Kind of trying to get back on him and see if that worm will help him out, get him going. Come on, fish. Okay. There went a smaller one, he just took off. Look like he's heading towards my worm. Let's get that out of his way. Let's go right back over here. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now we're in the strike zone. Response yet. Okay, guys, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let this little area rest after this next cast. I'm gonna go down to a little grassier area. We're gonna run that swim jig again and see if we can get bit down there. This area right here is generally not as active as the rest of the pond, but I always make a stop here because I've caught some big ones in this corner. There we go. We have one just pull up on us now, swim right up on us. We got to keep our eye out too, because a lot of times when you see ripples in the water, or like right now we got something coming up towards us, I got to watch out because we do have a beaver that stays there. Got to make sure we're not in his way and he ain't in ours. Kind of look for air bubbles. I'm shocked. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and move on down. All right, guys, we tied back on. Hit a little log I should have retied a minute ago. Guys, this is something I've been wanting to try out, especially out here on this stain water. I know it's really good on murky water, but I've been wanting to try that tin foil trailers out. But I'm going with the all black jig because I like the silhouette of that black jig. Right over this log. There we go. Got me a Yum Craw on. Just trying it out. Trying to see how it does over here. Oh man, I like the action so far though. Okay, I'm gonna go back over this area. There's some trees down there. Oh man, I just scared a good one off. Caught him by surprise. There's a couple of them over there. Know what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna, oh man, that water's warm. I'm gonna keep the swim jig on, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw a worm over there. Something a little more subtle. Love catching them on swim jigs, but we're gonna go to our spinning setup. Throw us a floating worm over there. See if we can get bit. Oh, I hate this tall grass. Guys, I got out here and I already had a big tick. Just pulled one off. He wasn't embedded, but he was crawling on me for sure. A lot of moss over there. Okay, the water's still kind of murky in that area where I'm casting at. So I'm assuming they're not gonna just pick up right off the bat. So it may take a few casts to get that fish to bite. But it looks like a solid one. My spinning setups, I don't run a really heavy braid. I run about a 10, maybe 15 at the most pound braid on my spinning setup. Okay. All right. I'll let that fish settle down. We'll get back to that fish. We'll get back to it. A lot of times you can just kind of vacate the area or stop bothering it for a minute that fish will come back, but we'll see what's going on over here. All right. Kind of like to let that worm soak a little bit. As you guys can see, I'll drop it down. I won't pick it up as fast as most people and try to swim that worm. Now, if I got a little bit of wind, I'll add a little action to my baits, especially like my finesse stuff. But when it's flat like this and I'm not seeing much action other than them just taking off after me making a cast or walking down the bank, I'll kind of just kind of pop that worm here and there. That water's still warm. I know it's early morning, but that water's still warm. Uh-oh, there we go. Seeing a little action in the corner. One just turned up. I generally start off in a grassier area, which is on down the bank. We'll get to that in a minute. I thought I'd start here first and kind of just see what's going on. I want to see what the water levels was like. Now I see it's kind of flooded, so it's gonna be limited access where you can't really walk that side of the bank over there. All right, guys, we're kind of working this bank again. We're seeing that big one take off. They are really skittish. I mean, even with that lighter worm I'm casting out, these guys are bolting from the bank. There we go. We'll throw a little further back there. Gamble a little bit. Got braid on, so I think we can win that gamble. Get bit. Let me see my bait. There we go. All right, we're back on it. Let's see what we got. It's starting to get a little wind out here. That's what I want. I want to get a little choppier. They usually get more active. When it's flat like this, you can still catch them, but it's just not as fun. They do not get crazy. And I noticed the bigger ones don't get fooled as easy. So you have to really, really pay attention to what you're doing. Which I like the challenge. But at the same time, I like to catch fish. Okay, I'm not really interested that close. Probably made a lot of racket on the way here. Trying to hurry up and get to them weeds. There we go. Okay, a little different today. God, there's so many weeds right through here. But I know it's a little pocket back here I'm gonna have to get to. It gets really shallow, and when it floods, that thing can get loaded with bass back there. Because when you can't find them on the main part of the pond, or the main part of this little end right here, they're usually in these little pockets. So I'm gonna do my best to get over there and try to see if we can get a couple. All right, guys, we're gonna take that chance for right now. Find a good little spot to leave my stuff in. Take me one rod in case I have to get up out of there in a hurry. You know what? Let's take two in case I have to beat something with it. Usually isn't this bad, fellas, but let me tell you something. That rain, you get rain for weeks, I mean weeks upon weeks, and nobody maintaining this. Because I mean, you just can't get out here with any type of mower or anything like that. You see, guys, we're going out here. Okay, almost back there. A little pocket. Trying my best to step silently, but so much going on. Yeah, everything that was visible before has just been all covered up, weeds. I mean, there was weeds back here, but not like this. All right, fellas, we're back here. A little sketchy, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Now that swim jig a little faster. Usually they're a little more active in this end. Shallow water. Okay, guys, let's get back out here. See, as you can see, man, it's really active back here. Got a lot of little ones getting there, but this big one's back here too. Frog probably be ideal, but it's kind of hard to set the hook with that longer rod. This right here is a 7.5, but knock that grass off. Oh, there's a lot of action going on. Let's go right in this pocket right there. Man, that rain through the creeks that run through here, it's carried a lot of crap in here. I mean, a lot. But we're getting a little bit of wind, so we're about to start getting bit in just a sec. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to do that. Oh, that's wood. That's wood down there. Check swinging. Come on, baby. Where y'all at? Let's turtles going. Go right on top of that turtle. Not a good deal. Here we go. Found another log down there. It's got a lot of cover down there, so I mean, you'd think they'd be going crazy right now. Let's show y'all something. There we go. Can't really work that frog like I want, but I'll let them rings dissipate a little bit so we can get one to come out and get it. So I'm saying that longer rod sometimes it's a little tougher. So if I had like a 6'8" or a 6'10" medium heavy rod, to make this experience a little bit better. Let me try something though. Oh, come on. The wrong braid, guys. Okay, we got out there, guys, but just not getting bit yet. I think that water's drained out of here. So the little water that usually gets back here, I don't think it rained enough. So I don't think they pushed in the back of this pocket like they usually do. So that said, I'll make a couple more casts with this frog close by the grass right here. And we're gonna move back to the deeper water over there. Got a couple turtles on my frog right now. Oh, little guy. Should have waited. Little guy, let's get away from there. You don't want that. I'll go over here where it's a little bit better. A little deeper water, for one. Two, I'll make sure you guys can see that frog. Like to wait till my rings dissipate. There they go. Okay. Nothing yet. Just that one bite from that little guy. Throw in the back of this pocket and see what happens. Oh man. There we go. Got some grass blocking the frog. All right, guys. Fishing the main body of water right here. Going out towards the middle. See if we can get something going. Got a little more wind in here. Not a lot, but a little bit. So we're gonna try our best to get bit right here. All right, I'm shortening that up, guys. I'm liking the way the swim jig looks in the water. I mean, them legs are really kicking. I mean, really kicking. There he is, little guy. Didn't really set on him. I seen him come up and eat that, so I didn't really set on him like that. Oh, come on, guys. Where y'all at? There's usually a log. Usually a log sitting right on the side of that bank. There's pieces of one right here, but I know usually when I throw to the outer edge of it, right here, I usually can get a good one. That little guy just happened to pick it up. And we just had that rain, so it's gonna be a little tougher than usual out here, which I have no problem with it. Just kind of enjoy unlocking that puzzle. Might go with something a little more chill than the tinfoil too. Well, usually when you throw a black swim jig in here, they'll crush that. I mean, everything you see in here has a darker silhouette, so it's a little different than most places. That's why a lot of people throw like green pumpkins and water the same color as this, and some of your black and blues, but I try to put a little something to it to wake them up. Because when it gets hot out here, it gets really, really tough. Really tough for them to commit. So something with a little bit of flash usually get them going. Just a little bit tougher today. I'll take it though. Beats going to work any day. Nothing in the middle. No shock, but we're accepting that. All right. Let's see what we got. We got a lipless right here. Let's see. For a little bit of red. I like to rip mine out of there, especially out of the grass, get them going. There we go. Nothing yet. Oh, come on. You guys don't want to lock in. We're gonna get you to lock in though. There we go. Old spinner bait. Come on. Got a spinnerbait designed more for the murkier water, so it's gonna be a little bright. This water's it's starting to clear up. A little more challenging than I was hoping. A little more challenging, but we know they're in here, so we're gonna keep chucking. There ain't nothing there. Trying to spinnerbait through here. Got a late start, guys, so I'm kind of fishing a little faster than usual too. So that could be a lot of the problem. But I'm just trying to get on them, find them, because usually this spot is highly pressured, so it really doesn't have like a great population of big bass or anything like that. But the ones that get caught, they are usually pretty shy to bite for a while, so you kind of want to just get in them. Once you get in them, you usually catch 4 or 5 really quick. We're gonna keep chunking in this wind. I know there's one over there. Man, that water is so much shallower than it usually is. I don't understand how all that crap runs in here and just really takes away a lot of depth out of here. It's just so crazy. But it's a phenomenon that's also a common problem on some lakes too. You got little sloughs on the river, things like that. Okay, I'm gonna change up the tactics. We're gonna go finessey, but we're gonna put on a creature bait. See how that works out. All right, y'all, making our way on around. You wonder why you guys still seeing grass? Gotta keep the background out of the way of the hole buzzers, if you know what I mean. But the grass is really this high too, so a lot of that in actuality is me trying to watch out for our little slithery friends. Well, not so friendly slithery friends. Oh my God, look at this, y'all. This is crazy. I'm in here. We in here, so we're gonna go ahead and make this move. Oh man, this is not what I wanted at all. Making that move anyway. Good Lord. Why does it have to be so crazy just to get to some good spots, guys? Once I get through here, it's okay. Let's start bringing the weed eater with me. Jeez, this is horrible. I mean, there's literally weeds over my head right here. Okay, almost to the promised land. Keep on moving. I ain't trying to stop. I don't want to see a snake, but I do want to see a snake in case I need to get away from one, right? Woo! Okay, so that was treacherous. Nice little move. You know what, guys? Let's start this thing off with a frog. That Mojo frog. See what's happening. Gosh. Man, this place has never been this bad. That water's been up, so it's been really crazy lately. I really don't think a top water this early in the game is going to really be effective. We might catch a couple, but I really think that swim jig, possibly the worm, probably get bit. Something a little more subtle. But don't get me wrong, I've caught them off frogs here. I've caught them off buzz baits. I've caught them off different things. But I'm telling you, man, you can't get here before that sun does. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna need something that's subsurface. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that right now. Not gonna waste any time. Try to get on them. Oh, right into it, baby. Right into it. Oh. Got a little bit of moss right there. Pop that moss off real quick. Okay. There we go. Man. See, a lot of times, guys, it was weird. You get a lot of water and some of these smaller bodies of water, it brings a lot of mud with it. And that mud and grass and stuff will pack up on the bottom. So to make that pond feel a lot more shallower than it usually is. Got to constantly remind myself of that, because we don't get to pond fish as much as we like. But every time I turn around, there's something. Oh, come on. Man, I seen that wake and he didn't take it. I see why. That's why he didn't take it. Got a little moss on there. Running 3/8 ounce, guys. 3/8 ounce war baits. Oh, come on. I know he's in there. Seen a good sized fish turn up in front of us. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit, guys. Kind of knocked it to the side. I don't usually run tinfoil in here because I hadn't really got the chance to. Run a lot of pearls, a lot of chartreuse. A lot of natural gill colors in here and caught them. But I really want to prepare myself for the river. So what I'm doing is trying to get comfortable and seeing how they react to it. And there went another freaking tick. Guys, this grass is horrible. Another freaking tick I just knocked off my side. Gosh. Trying to focus as much as possible, but we got so much going on at once. Got ticks, spiders everywhere. Trying to watch out for snakes. Typical day on the pond. Okay, we're gonna go back to our worm and try something out. There we go. Got on weed. There we go. Get off that weed real quick. I don't like to throw across the tops of grass like this, but it's like, if you see how high this grass is, it's almost impossible not to bring that worm through this grass right here. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, I had a hit, but I got stuck on the weed down there. I was trying to let him get it, but he wasn't running with it. When I picked it up, I just felt the weight of him. All right, here we go. I'm gonna step out on a limb and throw past that target this time. Try to keep that rod tip above that grass. Guys, see, I got that catalyzer rod from ARC, guys. You hear a lot of people, they hear $59 rod, and the first thing they think in their mind is what I used to think is, man, what can a $60 rod do that a $200 rod couldn't do better, right? But some people, like the good folks at ARC, man, they got that that champagne at a beer price. I can respect that because it actually looks out for the average angler. Guys, it's not making 100K fishing a year. So I can most definitely respect a price point like that. And for the quality you're getting, it's just crazy. But enough of that. We'll get back to these fish and why they're not biting. All right, we'll go with the salamander. All right, guys, we're gonna go with the salamander. It's a little lighter than the worm, so it's gonna take a little longer to sink. It's not gonna cast as far as that worm, but gotta get something out there I ain't seen in a while. Trying to get off this grass. Run it to the side. Try down this side. Try down this side real quick. There we go. That's a lot of moss. Oh, come on. Where you guys at? Wake up. Alright, finally got bit. Not a monster though. It's a guy. This guy hit the swim jig. Went to a green pumpkin, like I was telling you guys. I like to use darker colors, but some reason they are wanting something a little bit brighter than that black. So here we are. That green pumpkin on. There we go. He followed it in from that log right there. And it's just a bunch of small guys right here. It's not what we're after. See if we can get a little longer cast down this bank. There we go. Slow it down a little bit. Oh, that was nice. Slowed it down right by that log. And as I got about 4 foot away from it, he decides to hit it. Just gonna get a little harder pops to it. Let it rise and fall a little bit. Got different retrieves for these swim jigs, guys. Okay, that hit that tree. Let's see if it'll fall off. Ah, not what we want. We don't want to pull this tree in, but it looks like it's about to happen. Oh man, guys, we just ruined this spot. Well, guys, as expected, camera's off and a decent one hits. Man, ain't that something? Just got over to the other side. Start tossing swim jig, first cast. Got me a little £1.5. Decent mouth on her, but she got that summer body on her. All right, guys, just caught one. As you guys can see, the camera was off, so I'm gonna try to keep it running. Got on this other end and throwing the same swim jig, but it's a little more shadier over here, so I guess some of the underwater laydowns up under the shade is just a little bit better than the ones over here in the open. This grass again, it's really, really shallow right there. It's crazy, I just missed one. And then she comes up and blasts it. Further out this time. I usually work that swim jig all the way in, but one thing I've learned in the past, if you're catching them around structure, it's kind of safe to, once you get pretty far away from that structure, to go ahead and fire back in there. Try to see if you can get bit again. Yeah, that water's come up quite a bit. But still has a lot of shallow crap going on about it. more good toss over by that beaver dam. Man. A lot more. Okay, let's go across here. All right, guys, we're gonna go down this bank. Check this other pocket down the way. You guys can see we got a whole lot of grass down that way too. Try to stay to the outside of this moss here. It's usually where I get my bites at, so I'm gonna keep it rolling right there. Come on fish, I know you're there. All right, guys, I'm gonna try that pocket. I just caught one out of this little pocket. We're gonna move on down real quick. Like I said, I usually don't get a late start like this, but I have 2 days I'm off, so what we're doing now is I'm trying to fish both days. I'm gonna be on the boat tomorrow, but we're trying to kind of trying to get a little more footage. Just have fun out here today. Tomorrow it'll be a little more serious to get out there and break down some water, man. Some big water. My favorite thing to do. Not knocking anybody fishing the bank, guys. I started fishing the bank. I'm gonna keep fishing the bank. Just know it's a little bit tougher on that lake. But I do not have a boat, guys. For anybody wondering, I am fishing lake from the shore and from the boat, but I got buddies that fish a lot from the boat, so I'm blessed that they like to invite me along from time to time, so very grateful for good people like that. All right, we're down here. Okay, this pocket's gonna be shallow too, but I guarantee it's night and day from the other side. This one always has a little ripple to it. Something about this side right here. The wind loves blowing in this pocket. Oh, it's not as shallow. Usually I have a whole bunch of grass on here. Let's go on back there. See what's back there. Oh, sorry guys, I smacked you guys right across the head. That little check swing one tapped me. All right, we're gonna go right in this little cut right there. I got an 8:2 to 1 gear ratio reel, guys. So if you see me slowing down a little bit, that's because I know normally I run a 7:1. But if I don't see them as active, I'll slow down with the 8:1. I just knew I was gonna be fishing a lot of shallow water, and I want to kind of keep that swim jig above all that. Cause we're only after active bass. I'm not really trying to, set on him. There he is. Oh my goodness. Camera's down. Oh, we got a decent one, guys. If I can get you guys situated. Oh, there she is. There she is. She had the camera going crazy. There we go. Well, that was awkward. It was awkward, but worth it. Basically, that fish is hooked right in the roof of the mouth, guys. All right, not a baddie. That's a good one, another 1.5 pounds. Get you guys situated. I got you guys all discombobulated. That's on me being a rookie today. I blame it on rust. All right. But yeah, as you can see that little pocket right there, that's what she was in. Like I said, there's a lot of grass on the bottom. You got some coontail and some other aquatic plants out here, like pepperweed and all that. So we're just basically keeping our bait right above that crap. Oh, it's really shallow over there. I can tell. Oh, come on. Just kind of dip it in there. Here we go. Right back in that other pocket next to it. As you guys can see, they clamp down on it when they want it. They'll clamp down on that sucker hard too. Oh, there's a hit right there. Seen the bubbles before I seen the bite. Thought I was digging in the mud and then it just kind of ran from me. All right. Let's get back off in this pocket right here again. Guys, I'm just targeting the edges. These are just ambush points. This is nothing, it's not like really any secret spots. Oh, that's a stick, 100%. It's not a secret spot for any of y'all that throw a swim jig. You guys already know you kind of throw a swim jig the same place you would throw a chatterbait or a spinnerbait. Just kind of look for spots where they'll stick their nose out and try to ambush prey. Every once in a while they get deep in that grass, that water's high enough, so swim jig's just a little bit better choice in that case. Let's go to this point right here. We'll start working our way towards that point. There's usually a good one on that one. The water's just high enough, guys, to keep me off the main point right here, because usually you can step down a little further and you can cast all the way across that point. And they're usually on the other side of that hump on that point right there. As you can see, there's a big turtle over there now, big turtle head sticking over there. There's a hump right there, and I try to get to the other side of it because I know there's a bass usually waiting over there. Well, I'm running a lipless chatterbait or a swim jig over there. I usually can get one to get active on it. Come on, fish. Making these guys bite. I can tell they ain't really just wanting to get it, but I'm gonna get them to do a few little tricks for us. Go back here again. Water gets shallow. Oh, that was a nice bite. Oh man, as soon as it hit the water and started going. Oh man. Oh, he didn't commit to it. I just kept it going, guys. That's one thing. That's one thing I will stress. If you get smashed like that, just keep that sucker running. Because when you stop, they'll usually stop too. See, this time instead of popping it, I just kind of swam it through there. Because he already showed me he was interested in it. By coming up and smacking on it. So I just kind of ran it through this time. So I can get ready for that bite. Man. He's really on that swim jig's head. Just kind of swimming it through there, guys. We already got his interest. Let's go. Now we get the popping at the end of our cast, kind of keeping. Let's go again. I don't think he was a big one. I think it's about the same size as the ones I've been catching. Only reason I say that because the wake he left didn't seem like it was just huge. Usually when the big ones leave a pretty good sized wake, and on top of that, you can usually catch them on that second cast. The little guys, they'll kind of pop it and get spooked. They'll either move around or they'll wait a few minutes after everything calms down and then they'll eat. Now if this was a tournament or something, I would be slowing down, throwing a worm. Right after I got popped, I would have picked up a worm. After I missed him, I would have threw a worm right off in there. Fired it right on there. Same way you do a top water. But I'm just looking for some very, very active bass. That's my deal in summertime. Try to find the active ones so I don't waste my time, a lot of time, you know, just trying to convince them to bite when time's a factor, if you guys know what I mean. Make sure you can slow down a tournament and win one, but in most cases, if you're not on them, you need time to go find them. Oh man, that was a turtle, and I'm so glad that came off. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to look over the footage on there, but that's 100% was a turtle, guys. His whole body turned around when I sat on him. That was a turtle. Holy cow. Gosh. Dang snapping turtle. Keep forgetting them suckers love to lay in the mud and wait on something to go by too. Gotta keep them suckers in mind. No matter how fast that jig's going, they can catch it. Trust me. Again, guys, just my luck. Trying to save the battery and my camera. Another pound and a half where it hits it. Man, boy, that Wes Logan be putting in work, guys. I mean, the rod is just like the man himself. Putting in work, man. Getting them results.